Episode 541 of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Tonight I will be talking all about tonight's big Monday Night RAW, the return of CM Punk to the WWE, all that and more right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. And welcome, Wrestling Fanatics. Welcome to 360 Wrestling Fanatic on this Monday night. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. As always, I am your host, Lance Brock. And as always, on this Monday night, we're going to be talking about WWE Monday Night RAW. And we'll see if there's any fun, exciting news going on in the world of professional wrestling to talk about. And without any further ado, let's get right into the news for tonight. WWE RAW was live from Nashville, Tennessee. And our commentators tonight, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. And it's been built up all day that the first hour of Raw tonight would be commercial free. And first, we get the returning Viper, Randy Orton, out. And he is interrupted by Rhea Ripley. And he tells her daddy's home. And this leads to a tag team turmoil match to determine the new number one contenders. And in this one, we have Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defeating the Alpha Academy, Akira Tozawa and Otis. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, Sheer and Shinga, the Creed brothers, and DIY. So this was pretty good, and Imperium too. So this was a pretty good match, I thought. Solid tag team wrestling in this one. You had, of course, the comedy with Veer and Otis in there. But for the most part, I thought this was a pretty entertaining match. I'll give it 3 out of 5 ring bells, actually. And Big Bronson Reed defeating Ivar went to a double count out. And Nia Jax defeating Zoe Stark. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven get the win over Tegan Nox and Natalya Neidhart to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And in the main event, the Viper, making his return to the ring, defeats the WWE NXT North American Champion Dirty Dom Dominic Mysterio. And in this main event here tonight, he pretty much didn't really say anything at all, and he just said hell has frozen over, talked about him changing, and all that stuff. Didn't really say much. Yes, CM Punk is back, and one good thing is he didn't take a bunch of shots being bitter towards AEW or anything, but still, I just thought this was kind of really no big deal. I thought that maybe this might have actually opened the show, may have been the first thing we saw when we tuned in to Raw tonight, was this big returning promo from CM Punk. Hear the Cult of Personality, him come out and close the show with that. But we did not, so. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do see CM Punk and Randy Orton in the world title picture. Maybe not right away, but eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that. And I know they already have kind of set up an angle with Randy Orton already. To be honest, it kind of looks like they might set up him and Seth Rollins first, which I wouldn't be surprised, because Seth Rollins actually drew attention to the CM Punk chants from that crowd in Chicago, and I feel like that was no accident. And once again, that was Monday Night Raw tonight in Chicago at the Allstate Arena. And just once again, want to repeat my thoughts on the whole Punk situation. And you have all these fans that they take the clips of that. I don't even know why they were surprised about Punk coming back, because if they were real wrestling fans and paid attention to what was on the wrestling sites, the Dave Meltzers, the Wade Kellers, they would have known to expect CM Punk's return, and I better not get into it now. It's just, those fans are probably what's wrong with wrestling these days, is those fans that don't even follow the wrestling news sites or pay attention to anything. And we have a world title match announced for next week on Raw. Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. And we also found out that making his return to WWE will be none other than Logan Paul, making his return to Crown Jewel. So we have Logan Paul coming back. We have Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. And NXT Vengeance Day will take place in February in Tennessee. And apparently QT Marshall, one of the mainstays in AEW, has apparently left the company, says it is heading in a different direction. So, unfortunately, I guess we have seen the end of QTV in AEW. And here's an interesting picture that I just saw online. former TNA Impact Wrestling president Dixie Carter apparently was at Raw tonight at the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. She posed with pictures with Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes. Of course, they spent time there in TNA. Definitely did not expect to see Dixie Carter showing up at Monday Night Raw. And that is all for the pro wrestling news this week. And tomorrow is Tuesday, so might have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tomorrow night available. Not sure yet. Like I usually say, it's more so kind of 50-50 whether I'm going to do a new episode or not, so I'll have to think about it. Also, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section what you thought of WWE Survivor Series, either here on Spreaker, YouTube, or wherever you listen to your comments, or listen to comments, something. Leave them in the comment section and let me know what you thought of the Survivor Series. And that is all for this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. And until the next one, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.